everyone. I'm here for the Library Kids Club time. We'll call it story time. Normally we would be here after school, but we're not in school and we're not here at the library, so I'm doing it virtually. It's for grades K to 4. Halloween's coming up. I have my boo hat on, my Halloween shirt, and I wanted to find us a book that I thought might be a lot of fun to read. This book, though, might have some scary parts, might have some gory parts, so I'm just giving you a little warning ahead of time. This is called Frankenstein Makes a Sandwich and Other Stories You're Sure to Like, because they're all about monsters and some of them are also about food, and you do like food, don't you? And all right then. Let's get started with the book. It's by Adam Rex and the publisher is Harper. Now, some of the pages I may have to read and then hold up to show you the picture. Others I can just hold up and read to you. But it's a variety of different short stories, poems, and things that all have some crazy stuff going on. So we will get started. And our first one is going to be about Frankenstein Makes a Sandwich. I will read it and then hold up. When Frankenstein prepared to dine on ham and cheese on wheat, he found instead he had no bread or mustard, cheese, or meat. What could he do? He thought it through until his brain was sore and thought he ought to see what he could borrow from next door. His neighbors gawked as Frankie walked the paths up to their porches. Each time he tried, the folks inside would chase him away with torches. "A monster! Eek!" the people shrieked. "Oh, make him go away!" The angry hordes unsheathed their swords, pulled pitchforks out of hay. There's poor Frankie. They threw tomatoes, pigs, potatoes, loaves of moldy bread. And then a thought struck Frankenstein as pickles struck his head. It's true at first he thought the worst. His neighbors are so rude. But then he found that on the ground they'd made a mound of food. He piled it high and waved goodbye and shouted, "Thanks a bunch!" Then stacked it on a plate and ate a big, disgusting lunch. So that is Frankenstein's sandwich. And now we have Creature from the Black Lagoon doesn't wait an hour before swimming. The creature from the Black Lagoon went back into a bog too soon. "Too soon," his doting mother cried. "You just ate lunch. Come back inside. That Black Lagoon is dark and damp. You're going to get a stomach cramp. Just think of all you had for lunch. A squid, 3 eels, and Hawaiian punch. A bag of chips, a crab quiche, a peanut butter and jellyfish. You have to wait an hour more," she shouted from that kitchen door. Alas, the creature never heard. He hadn't listened to a word. And rushing to the water's bank, he dived into the dismal dank, then gurgled, got a cramp, and sank. Didn't listen to Mom, did he? The Phantom of the Opera can't get "It's a Small World" song out of his head. It's a world gone crazy, a world gone wrong, when the Phantom can't even write a song. Sure, he's using his head, but what's stuck there instead is, "It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all." Oh, angry cursing fills the hall. Now he's crawling up a wall with, "It's a small world, small, small world." Oh, this one's a tongue twister. The Middle Witch Watchers Club. A club which watches witches. Witch watchers hide in trees and shrubs or settle deep in ditches. And when they spot a witch, they look to see which witch it is. They check inside the Witch Watch book by Mitchell and Von Fuzz. Today, they saw a speckled crone which shrieked while eating flies. And then a frazzled warthog baking kid and kidney pies. Now when evening came and nighttime spilled its ink across the sky, the Middle Witch Watchers packed their things and waved a goodbye. But then by chance they glanced upon the rarest witch of all. The long-beaked harpy does this trick with eels you've got to see. The Middle Witch Watcher spotted one while having tea. So there is a speckled crone, there's the frazzled warthog, and there's the long-beaked harpy. Now, quiet. Listen to her sweet, alluring call. Cackly-cack, jiggity-jig, sit on a monkey, snack on a pig. Hickory-dickory, cackly-coo, cack-a-cackle-doodly-doo. This is a ruby-throated cackler. Look, her hat is 6 feet tall. And now, an open letter from Wolfman's best friend. Dear Wolfman, I wanted to make some things clear. I know we've been roommates for nearly a year, and I probably should have said something before, but could you please try not to scratch the front door? If you want to come in, you should just use your keys. And if you forget them, well, then please, Wolfman, please, just knock. And I'll happily open the door. And if I'm not home, please don't howl anymore, because each time you do it, the neighbors complain. And since we're complaining, perhaps you'd explain how you manage to leave so much hair in the tub. I constantly clean it, I scour, I scrub, and I think I should mention it's really a pain. Today, I removed a big clog from the drain. And I tell you, this hair clog was such a size, it could go to a cat show and take first prize. So anyway, that's all I wanted to write. Please take out the garbage. It's your turn tonight. And thank you, sincerely, your dog, Dynamite. And here is the letter from Wolfman's best friend. Have you ever heard of the Invisible Man? The Invisible Man gets a haircut. My hair's a fright, said Griffin one night. At least I assume that it is. It feels awfully long, and the part is all wrong, and it's knotted with tangles and frizz. An Invisible knew dare well. Oh gosh, I got tongue-tied on this, I'm sorry. An invisible ne'er-do-well's hairdo will scare you, no matter how well you cut hair. The barber, downhearted, took aim and got started. The whole thing went downhill from there. Said Griffin, oh my, your thumb's in my eye, and my nostrils are no place for your comb. Oh dear, oh that's my ear. Well, I know it was here on my head when I checked it at home. He shouted, enough, enough, you're being too rough. Then Griffin jumped out of his chair. So Invisible Man wears a visible hat to conceal his invisible hair. Oh my goodness. Now the Phantom of the Opera still can't get It's a Small World out of his head. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world. Poor Phantom. Count Dracula doesn't know he's been walking around all night with spinach in his teeth. Will someone please just tell him it looks so undignified? The zombies almost mentioned it. The headless horseman tried. But when he said, "What are you staring at?" they lost their nerve and lied. It's been stuck there for hours now. It's getting kind of sick. I would offer him a toothpick, but he gets nervous with a tick if you ever come close with any kind of pointed stick. Well, really, can you blame us if we don't know what to say? His castle has no mirrors, so I guess it's there to stay. What was a vampire doing eating spinach anyway? Yeti doesn't appreciate being called Bigfoot. Did you just say Bigfoot? What's wrong with your eyes? My feet aren't remotely as big as that guy's. Nor are they smelly. You see, here's the truth. Some folks call him Sasquatch. His real name is Ruth. So that and why is Bigfoot the name people mention. The smell, not the size, is what gets their attention. His nose is too big, too. But does anyone care? Perhaps if it smelled, they would be more aware. Well, of course his nose smells, but you know what I meant? You can bet he's no Yeti by the way of his scent. Yeti does not want to be called Bigfoot. Oh dear. Now the Phantom of the Opera can't get Pop Goes the Weasel out of his head, and he's going to freak out. All around the opera house, the Phantom throws a tantrum. The song won't die, he doesn't know why. Stop! Goes the Phantom. What else might be fun to read in this book? Perhaps someday you could check it out so you can see some of the other fun things. Oh my goodness. Now the Phantom can't get the song Girl from Ipanema out of his head. Bald and pale and masked and ugly, the Phantom of Opera is writing, but when he knows that he can't compose, he says, "Ah!" Poor Phantom. He's having such a time. Let's see what else could be here. Oh my goodness, the Phantom again. The Phantom of the Opera is considering now giving up music and doing his haunting somewhere else. There was a Phantom had a song, and bingo was its name-o. B-I-N-G-O. See, I told you so. B-I-N-G-O. By jingo, what a lame-o. It bugged the Phantom all night long. He never was the same-o. His cheeks don't show. If they did, though, we'd see them glow. Flamingo pink with shame-o. At least the Phantom knows it's wrong. It caused him to proclaim, oh, I have no peace, no, no. I have no peace, no, no. I'll just go haunt the bingo game, oh, game, oh. Oh goodness, now here is Bigfoot. Bigfoot can't believe you called him Yeti. Wait, what did you say? The Yeti? No way. I know that I'm going a little bit gray, though I'm told all the time I can still pass for 30. But Yeti's all white, except when he's dirty. And man, he's dirty. You might as well know. The Yeti is sweaty. Despite all the snow, they call him abominable for a reason. the snowman's bowman in every season. Hey, sorry I shouted. You gave me a fright. You don't really think we're that similar, right? So I guess Bigfoot and Yeti are not the same. And I believe we made it through this silly, crazy book with monsters. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you can check it out another time so you can see some of the other stories that are inside. And of course, to go along with Halloween, we have a take and make. It is a haunted house or a haunted castle with all the creatures behind the flaps. You could create it however you'd like. In the take and make, everything would be there, provided for you. Now, I think we made this here at the library a couple of years ago, but I remember everybody really had a good time making it and enjoyed it, and they made it their own with their own creating. So that's why I thought I would bring it out again, get everything together, so if anyone would like to have a take and make to do for Halloween, Mom or Dad could call the library 845-5593 and just make arrangements to come to the library and pick it up without having to touch or see anyone. Just get the kit for you. Also, there's tabletop checkout, so if there's any books they'd like to have, you can go on the library's website too for books if you'd like to borrow them. So that's what I had for Halloween this time. I hope you enjoyed some of the silly snippets and little stories, and I hope they weren't scary for any of you or too gory. And I'm wishing everyone a happy Halloween, enjoy, and hopefully we'll see each other soon. Take care, happy Halloween, see you another time.